Good morning, everybody. This is Ricky, and welcome to Hope for Today. Happy Tuesday. We have been for weeks now in the book of 2 Timothy, this beautiful letter written from a big brother in the faith, Paul, to little brother in the faith, Timothy. Paul is encouraging Timothy. He's instilling in him the virtues of what it means to be Christian and lead in the Christian way. And I pray that your heart has been touched as we've been spending our mornings together in 2 Timothy. We pick up in chapter 2, verse 23. Chapter 2, verse 23 says this: "Have nothing to do with foolish, ignorant controversies. You know that they breed quarrels." I'm going to read it again so you don't think it's my idea and you see that it's from the Word of God. He says to Timothy, have nothing to do with foolish, ignorant controversies. You know that they breed quarrels. I remember coming up in my household, my dad had this thing with his boys. It was 4 boys and a girl. So my dad kind of had this thing where he would just talk about what it means to be a Jenkins man, right? And there was just like this little air of dignity, you understand, and this air of, distinction because you were a Jenkins man. And his whole idea was Jenkins men don't do what other men tend to do. And my dad was trying to place upon us this mantle of dignity and respect so we wouldn't be, kind of tossed to and fro with all of the winds of culture. And so every now and then when we would ask for stuff that the world was asking for, hey, Dad, can we go to this party? It's happening down there and, it's going to be a little drinky drink and all this kind of stuff. Dad, can we go? Sorry, boys, you're Jenkins men. We don't do that. Hey, Mom, you know what? I'm thinking about doing this with my money. I know it's not really a great investment, but it'll be fun for at least a few weeks. And Mom would say, oh, baby, sorry, you're Jenkins man. And they just kind of raised us with this distinction that you're not supposed to be like the world. I remember one time we were at church and my friend Yvette was getting a drink out of the drink machine and the machine took her money. And she literally went and prayed on the drink machine and out came the soda. And we were like, wow, Yvette, that was impressive. And she grabbed her soda and she looked at me and she said, I'm a king's kid. And that's what I want you to hear today. You're a king's kid. And king's kids don't live like other kids. And in this passage, that's what Paul is doing for Timothy as he helps him navigate how to live Christianly amidst ignorant controversies and quarrels, the kinds of stuff that the world gets tossed to and fro about. He's basically saying, you're a king's kid, you're a Jenkins man, you're a Thompson girl, you're a Jackson man. Whoever you are, if you've put your trust and faith in Jesus, he calls you to live distinctively and distinguishedly differently than the world. God calls you to be an example of the believer. God calls you not to get up and down with the things that culture is getting up and down about. Why? Because you've got something more pressing than ignorant controversies. That is the hope that anyone who puts their trust in Jesus can be saved. So let me go ahead and come to your neighborhood and say it like this. It's a lot of controversies. It's a lot of quarrels. It's a lot of debates, it's a lot of politics, it's a lot of stuff, and it seems to be the thing that everybody wants to talk about. And you fill in the blank for whatever you hear in your circle of friends. The whole idea is this: what does it mean to so want more that the gospel be the conversation? That you're willing to nuance your behavior and be above that. Why? Because you are a king's kid. Don't hear me say go away from those circles. Hear me say, be who Christ has called you to be in those circles. Why? Because at the end of the day, you're a king's kid. That's hope for today. I'll see you next time.